What's up, guys? This is the first update video of the 2016 season for the PCRL Cup Series. So far, we've had 13 points races, 2 exhibition races, and 2 qualifying races. To start off the season, Zeus ended up winning the inaugural PCRL Unlimited race. And then the 2 dual races, Hashi and Rush won their respective duels. In the 500 or the Daytona 250, it was definitely a fan favorite win. That was Hashi's first career race win, and he got it in an awesome fashion with his 2 teammates, Rush and Trey, helping him all the way up to the front of the field to get his race win. And then we went over to Las Vegas. Las Vegas didn't go as planned, a lot of cautions, a lot of wrecks, but Tucker was able to be the one under the checkered flag first to get his first win of the season and his first career oval race win, because his first race win, and at the time his only race win, was Watkins Glen in 2015. We went to Phoenix, and Rush was able to stretch his fuel out and win his first race of the year. Then we went over to Martinsville, and he put on a dominating show to win at the paperclip. Went over to Texas, and Tucker was able to make a late race charge to get up to the front of the field and win his second race of the season. In Richmond, Rush had the best race car, but ran out of fuel, and Hatchie was able to pounce on it and get his second career race win and second on the season. Then we went over to Kansas, and Rush made a really good rebound and was able to win it from there. In the All-Star race, Rush pretty much had the entire race locked up, but he ended up wall punching off the exit of turn number 2, and Tucker ended up taking home the race victory. In the 600, it did not go well at all. That was probably just as bad as the 2015 spring Richmond race that we had. And that was a horrible race. This was probably worse with the amount of cautions we had. I think we maybe had, at a longest run, was 10 laps, and that was to the checkered flag. Tucker ended up winning that race to sweep the Charlotte events. Then we went over to Michigan, and Zeus was finally able to snap his dry spell from, oddly enough, his last win, which was also at Michigan. So that was his first win of the 2016 season, and finally in Daytona, the defending champion Trey was able to finally get his first race win of the season. He had led so many laps during the year. He was able to be out front, and he never, ever, ever could get the race win. And then finally on the last lap pass, on myself, oddly enough, he got his first race win of the season, which was really cool. We went over to Chicago, and Zeus put on another great performance to win his second race of the season. And then in New Hampshire, Trey yet again gets his second win of the season. And then in Homestead, Rush, on his birthday, which was really cool, got his 4th win of the season. So we have had 5 different winners with at least 2 race wins during the season. All those drivers have been locked into the chase no matter what. But currently we are looking at a 7-driver chase. 5 drivers have locked in, 2 drivers or 2 spots, I should say, are still open. And we have 3 races remaining. The next 3 races before the chase are Bristol, Watkins Glen, and Kentucky. Now, Bristol is the night race, and that is also a custom scheme race. The rule for that is if you have any custom scheme of any type, as long as it is the same manufacturer and the same number as the car that you are currently running, you can run it. You kind of want to make it fun, see what kind of creation you can come up with. That'd be pretty cool. Watkins Glen, of course, our first road course of the season. And then Kentucky night will end our regular season bout as we roll into the chase. Now, the first round of the chase, we have 3 races, and 1 driver will get eliminated out of the 7 drivers competing in the chase when all is said and done. First race is Atlanta Day. So that's a difficult racetrack as it is because of the tire fall off so heavily. And it's 250 miles as well, so it's a very long, taxing race. Then we go to the Monster Mile in Dover for the second race of the round 1 chase. And then we go to Pocono to end the round. So 3 pretty difficult racetracks. If you don't really have that kind of skill asset, it's not going to be that easy to get through that chase round. And then it only gets a little more difficult after that. In round number 2, again, 1 driver gets eliminated. We start off at Auto Club. That is one of the craziest racetracks you can go to because it's so wide, vast, and open. So you can do whatever you want. You can run outside, inside, middle. You can run in between the middle and the outside, middle, and inside. So there's a lot of different lanes that you can choose, and the tires are so key. So is strategy, depending upon how everything kind of unfolds. It really will depend heavily on what we have coming down to the end. So it really could be anyone's race. And then we go to Charlotte. Charlotte's our second race of the chase in round 2. and then we hit where did we go? Talladega. I know, Talladega. We end that final race of round 2, so that's very difficult. So if you're kind of on the cusp of being there and not, it could really kind of make or break your whole entire season, really. But that's how we do it in PCRL. We want to have everyone's toes, everybody on their toes. And then round three is very difficult, at least in my opinion. The first race of the round is our second road course of the season in Sonoma, and then we go over to Indianapolis. And Indianapolis is a difficult racetrack because it's kind of like Pocono, just a lot wilder because it's all the same. And not to mention, it's got a lot of meaning. It's Indy, and everyone wants to win Indy. And then, we end in Darlington, and for the last race of that round. And after that, one driver will get eliminated. And then for the championship round, we will be going to the Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the second race of the season. So that's our 10-race chase, and it's pretty difficult, honestly. That's kind of how I chose it. I selected it a certain way, so everybody has to have a very certain skill set to be able to tackle the chase. If you're going to be the champion, you better do it in style. You better have all the different skills and assets, and I know that I have at least 5 drivers that have been able to tackle any kind of course, and they've all won. And not to mention the drivers that haven't won still have a great skill asset as well. But I'm definitely looking forward to see what everybody's got heading into the chase, because it's definitely going to be a difficult chase, and it's going to be great to be, as the driver/owner of this league, to be watching from a distance. If I'm not really in the mix, it's going to be great to watch you guys battle it out. The PCRL Xfinity Series didn't go as planned, but Regan was able to pull out the championship with his 2 wins. We did it based off the chase grid standings and not the point standings. It didn't go as planned. Really wasn't heavily attended as much as I had intended it to be. I thought that I'd have more drivers showing up each week. Just wasn't that case. Sucks, but it happens. You know, it was no biggie. So far, the point standings as they sit have Trey in first. He's been very, very consistent. He hasn't really had much drop-off. Rush second, Tuger third, Hatchie fourth, and Zeus fifth. So it's, like I said, all the drivers that have won, they're up in the top 5 in points and the top 5 in the grid and chase grid standings. So far in statistics, Rush has been the lead. He's been the lap leader, the dominant lap leader. He's led almost 500 laps so far during the season. But in terms of top 5s, Trey and Tuger both have 11 on the 13 races that we've run so far, which is pretty cool. I mean, you can be that consistent. You know, it's definitely going to benefit you as you get into the long run. So yeah, we got a lot coming up still. All the chase races will be custom scheme races. Hopefully the DLC will be out by then. If it isn't, it isn't. It's like, oh well. We probably might get it middle of the chase. This is probably where we might get it. So we might see some brand new paint schemes. If not, you know, it's whatever. But we are not sure about Season 3, which is upsetting. We're not sure if it's going to happen. Most likely what it's looking like, it will not happen for a Season 3. Just a lot of time consuming. You know, school is coming to an end for me. Actually, tomorrow is my last day of school, but then I also have college and I have work to deal with, and it's just a lot of stuff that I have to deal with, and I really don't think that league racing takes much of a priority. So when this season ends, most likely it will be ending for good, which is pretty upsetting. But hopefully somewhere down the line, PCRL can pick back up. But if not, that's okay with me, because Pro Edge is definitely the best league to be in right now, in my opinion. They have everything right. Everything they have is going right. You know, not only are they now a Cup Series and Xfinity Series league, they will be changing over to another format, to the PS4, not only with the NASCAR Heat Evolution, but now they also have Project Cars League, and that is incredible to see them doing that. I see they have a golf league, which is really cool. I mean, they're stretching out to different varieties of games to be able to have everybody have an accessible uh, sport or racing class to be able to go to. So that's really awesome, and I'm so thankful that I have been able to partnership with them. They are an absolutely incredible group of guys, and they really have hit the nail on the head with the league racing aura. And another one is ROL. ROL is absolutely phenomenal. They are so great at what they do. Jonathan Smith, or Thunderbow, as many of you know him, he is a phenomenal graphics artist. He's been able to do the Pro Edge and ROL graphics. And Thunderbow also has an ROL league, which is utilizing a low downforce package, which I think was like mind blowing. But at the same time, it's so cool to see someone do that. So yeah, definitely Pro Edge and ROL are the top two leagues. So if PCRL does happen to end in September, Pro Edge is definitely a great place to fall back on because they are absolutely incredible. Yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoy it. Give it a like, comment, subscription. And I will see you guys for the final 13 races of the season. Have a good one, guys.